All right. I know it's a little late, however. I was a little busy today, but I'm going to still do what I always do. I'm going to show up, you know, let y'all know what it do. Romeo, she dead, baby. Still here, man. But hey, today I wanted to talk about something that, a guy, he commented and said that he wanted to know why do I think Christmas and Easter is a feeble. Well, because I do research and I read and I studied and I show myself approved, right? I just don't believe any and everything that people say out there, right? So, let's do the Easter Bunny thing first, all right? This is gonna be real quick. I ain't gonna go in no long detail about it, but Yeshua did not die on a Friday, and he did not raise from the grave early Sunday morning. Okay, so let's get that right. Okay, so they said that the Bible, there's this guy named Paul. Paul talks about how, he said that so as Jonah was in the belly of the great fish, so will the Son of Man be in the heart of the earth. Well, that's what Jesus said too, right? Paul said it a little different. But the thing is, when you look at and read the book of Jonah, and you see how this guy was, in the belly of the great fish for 3 days and 3 nights, that sums it up, and it's easy to count it off. That's a total 72 hours, son. So since we know that it's only 72 hours in 3 days and 3 nights, we can do math real easy. God and everything is so calculated, and he deal with numbers and math and stuff like that. So if we look at it, I'm gonna give you what actually happened according to the scripture. Scripture said that it was 2 Sabbaths that week. 2 Sabbath days, yeah. See, a lot of people don't know that, and they don't talk about it because they don't know what a high holy day is. They don't know the meaning of it because they never did no Jewish stuff. The Bible is it's a Jewish Bible, man. Jewish people wrote that thing, right? So let's look at these 2 Sabbath days. So now we got a problem there because, most Christians only talk about one Sabbath day that week. So now we know it's 2 Sabbath days. So now it messes up their whole entire story, their whole line of thought. Like, what happened? Yeah, the Jewish people had 2 Sabbaths that week because you had this thing called the Passover, right? Most people ain't gonna talk about that either. Nope. But the Passover is so significant, because if it wasn't no Passover, then we wouldn't, have that, that perfect lamb to get slain and all that stuff, right? So now we're doing some math here. We're looking at it. Okay, if he was gone when they got there on Sunday, well, then now we can, use some common sense here. The Bible said that they had to get him off of the cross before the sun went down. They would have violated a law. Yes, them Jewish people are strict, man. So what they did, they got him down. Well, prior to the veil splitting and all that stuff. Man, listen. They wanted to kill him, right? So they said, look, we're gonna break their bones. But by the time they got to him, he was already dead. So they just pierced him in the side with a sword. And they said water and blood came out, right? So now we know he died, right? We know that, they said that they had to get him off the cross before the sun went down, and they did. So they got him in the heart of the earth. They put whether it was a guard in front of it or whatever it was, they did it, man. They put him in the tomb before the sun went down. So we can say, can we do some numbers like 5 or 6 o'clock, right? PM, right? So when we do the math, 72 hours, right? He was gonna have to get up out of that tomb at the same time that he was put inside the tomb. Ain't that amazing? Yeah, that's the way it's gonna be. Time and numbers and stuff are predicated on that same thing, man. 72 hours, that means if he went in there at 6 o'clock, he had to leave at 6 o'clock. So yes, the disciples and Mary Magdalene and all them, when they came to the tomb, yes, he was gone. Because he was already doing what the Bible said that he would be doing at that time. Yes, the first fruits. All this stuff that's in the Old Testament. Like, man, I don't know how millions of people believe this story, this lie that, that he died and rose up, and, I mean, it's okay to say, oh, well, it ain't about the story. It's about the substance. It's about changing people's lives. But you're lying when you're telling the story. So it's not going to have no power. Son, that's why I said, man, look, the truth shall make you free, shall set you free. Whichever one you want to use, right? The terminology. But I'm telling you, like, you got to do this research for yourself, man. You can't just believe that, that's what it is. I stopped doing it a long time ago, man. I started doing my own independent research. I started doing my own studying. Started verifying it with experts that actually know about the subject matter. Can you imagine me telling you to drive me and you to Miami from Daytona, and you only, messed around with the car like 1 or 2 times? You'll be scared to death. And if you lie about it, then you're gonna wreck us. We'll be wrecked out there, man. So we're gonna tell the truth always, man. No matter what. I don't care if people tell you, hey, tell your aunties and stuff that, you go to church and stuff. No, we're not doing that. We're gonna tell the truth. We're gonna do research. We're gonna study to show ourselves approved, rightly dividing the word of truth, not this bogus stuff, right? Rome, I love you, man. This is why daddy doing this, man. I could be like any other daddy and say, just leave that guy alone and, let him figure it out. I'll be wasting my time if I did that, son. So, hey, man, I just want you. I love you, man. Your dad love you, son. That's why I'm doing this. I don't like doing this. I don't. But for you, because ain't nobody else gonna tell you the truth, right? So I'm telling you the truth, man. All right, I love you, man. We'll talk about that Christmas thing maybe tomorrow, right? All right. Hey, I love you, man. You stay safe, okay? Hey, and to YouTube out there, YouTube land, baby, Facebook, all of y'all, I love y'all, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. Learn some of this stuff, cause ain't nobody else gonna tell you the truth, right? The truth shall make you free, or set you free, whichever one you want to use.